God will forgive you if you're sinning in the world. When you of the world, you don't know nothing about the commandments of the Most High. When I was in the world, when I was in fornication, when I was watching porn, when I was doing drugs or whatever, the Lord forgave me because I acted in ignorance. The Lord will forgive you as well. Now, a Christian that is, and if I'm in right now as a Christian, if I get into fornication, I get to selling drugs, that's willful sin because it's a knowledge thing there. So I'm finna cover what does the scripture say about sinning in ignorance. Leviticus chapter 4 verse 2. Speak to the children of Israel, saying, if a person sins unintentionally against any of the commandments of the Lord in anything which ought not to be done, and does them. So basically, when they sin unintentionally against God, they had to make a sacrifice for that because, you sinned, but it was unintentional. You didn't know you were sinning against God then. John chapter 9 verse 41, Jesus said to them, if you were blind, you would have no sin. But now you say, we see, therefore your sin remains. If you were blind, meaning if you were ignorant, if you sinned against me in ignorance, you will have no sin because I will forgive you. But since you say we see, I know what I did was wrong. I know the commandments I know your commandments, but I just intentionally drove past them, then your sin remains. So therefore, you're not forgiven. So therefore, what I did on the cross is no longer for you. That's the same thing in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26 says, for if we willfully sin, after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifices for sins. So that is seen in John chapter 9 verses 41. That is the cutoff point. He said your sin remains. He said there would be no more sacrifices for sins for Hebrews chapter 10 verse 26. So if you got no more sacrifice, then what Jesus did on the cross is no longer for you because you have willfully sinned against the Most High. You didn't sin because it was not in ignorance. Numbers chapter 15 verses 27 to 29. And if a person sins unintentionally, then he shall bring a female goat in the first year as a sin offering. So the priest shall make atonement for the person who sins unintentionally. You see, he keeps saying unintentionally, not intentionally. You're not gonna bring no offering on no bull or no ram or nothing. You're not a lamb, nothing. We not chopping nothing up. We not burning nothing. If you sin intentionally against the Most High, you were cut off or you were killed. And he sins unintentionally before the Lord to make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. You shall have one law for him who sins unintentionally. He keeps saying it, unintentionally. For him who is a native born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger who dwells among them. So that's the same thing for the stranger, for the person that's there. They not of Israel, but the same law go for them. If they sin unintentionally, then this is what we need to do. This to do these sacrifices. You sin intentionally, you got to get up out of here. Genesis chapter 20 verses 3 to 6. But God came to Amalek in a dream by night and said to him, indeed, you are a dead man because of the woman whom you have taken, for she is a man's wife. But Amalek had not come near her, and he said, Lord, will you slay a righteous nation also? Did he not say, she is my sister? And she herself said, he is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and innocence of my hands I have done this. And God said to him in a dream, yes, I know that you have did this in the integrity of your heart. For I also held you from sinning against me. Therefore, I did not let you touch her. Because they lied to her, they lied to her, lied to the king, and said, I think that was Abraham. I want to say it was Abraham and his wife, that they were brothers and sisters. So Amalek, the king, was about to mess with Abraham's wife, Sarah. And but since they lied to him and he did it, and the king was about to mess with her, but in the integrity of his heart, because he didn't think that they were wife. He didn't think that was her husband. You know, so that's why God said, I kept you from sinning against me, because yeah, you would have sinned. You would have sinned for sure, but it would have been in ignorance. So I kept you from that. You know, by keeping y'all apart or whatever. Yeah. So, if you're in the world right now, you're sinning in ignorance. Once you wake up to the laws of the Most High, man, once you wake up and you know His do's and don'ts, and you get to sinning, that's when you're sinning in willful sin. God is not going to forgive you for that. So I pray that you wake up to righteousness. If you need these scriptures, man, send me your email. I got a packet done to help you become a strong Christian.